Hello, I'm Aurelian, and this is a house that I made. It doesn't look particularly good, but on the inside, well, let me show you the basement. If I go down this elevator, which was designed by Simply Sark, there's the basement, and it's pretty normal, although there is a giant pillar in the middle. But if I go around it, you can see that there's actually a hallway on the other side. And if I go down the hallway, it's a bit longer than it was at the beginning. Now, if I walk back down it, it's short again. Weird. And there's a room in here, too. It's not a very big room, clearly, but I was able to fit a table and kitchen in it, so that's nice. Now, if I go around again, on the other side of the pillar, there's this room where there's a chest with nothing in it. And now the room looks different. There's a staircase. If I walk downstairs, then I'm back where I started. And then if I walk upstairs, I'm also back where I started. And no matter how many times I walk up these stairs, I still end up back where I started. Now, if I do want to go back to the room that I was in, I just have to follow the riddle and go backwards down the hallway, and I get my treasure. Now, down this hallway is something else. You'll notice that this hallway doesn't actually make any sense, because there are 7 blocks here, and then I go out a bit, and then there are only 6 blocks here, so this hallway should collide with that one. But of course, we don't worry about rules here. So there's a bit of a tower down here. At the bottom, you can see there's a hallway down there. There's also a tower up here. You can see the hallway up there. And now if I drop this item down to the bottom, you can guess what's going to happen. It's going to come back here. And if I drop myself down, then the same thing happens. I end up back where I started. An interesting effect. So that's it for my house tour. It's a pretty simple house. If you want to see how it works, though, I built a demonstration up around the back of the house. So if I fly over there, you'll see that I have 3 rooms that have been connected with, they have some blocks underneath. Now, if I go into the room, you'll see that there are actually 3 quadrants to the room, connected at a 90-degree angle, of course. There's a blue quadrant, a green quadrant, and a red quadrant. I can get to the red and green quadrants are adjacent, the green and blue quadrants are adjacent, and the blue and red quadrants are adjacent. So if I were to walk around, I could go into any of these. And now it doesn't look too confusing, but the more you think about it, the less sense it makes, because I can only be in 3 of these rooms, even though there should be 4, so it doesn't make a lot of sense. But the way that I made this is essentially on the underside of the rooms there are some blocks here, and essentially I'm running some repeating command blocks so that whenever I am 2 blocks above one of those, it teleports me down. And there's the same thing on the lower side, except that it teleports you up. Now these are, of course, there are 2 of these on the same block, so if I had done this normally, I would just get teleported in between, but I've added a system to make a 1-second cooldown between these, so that you only get teleported between them 1 second at a time. Oh, and also the back of these rooms I just made by connecting 2 different colors.